Saludos a todos. Es un gran placer para mí estar con ustedes hoy. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you today about the direct selling industry. It's an industry for which I have enormous passion because I think it is the industry that has the largest and longest proven track record of helping provide income opportunities for people over the last 100 years. You know, we are in a very challenging moment around the world. And this is true in Ecuador and in Europe and in the United States and in Asia. This pandemic has impacted people from a health perspective, but it has also continues to impact countries from an economic perspective. And it's creating significant disruptions in the way that we interact, in the way that we do business, in the way that we communicate. And so for so many people, there is less opportunity in more traditional ways of business. And what I feel right now is the direct selling industry can play a really important role globally in helping millions and millions of people be able to build a way to earn sustainable income and do it with purpose, and also create a community of sharing goodness with other people. So let me tell you why I am excited about this. That this is an opportunity for us to reinvent, redefine, and reimagine what direct selling is about. Initially, we started as an industry in a person-to-person physical connection. And products were shared, but they were done in an alternative channel, meaning where most people bought products, which was in traditional retail stores, direct selling companies did not offer their products in those venues. And so it was this kind of separate and distinct unit. But with the invention and creation of e-commerce, our products are now available and accessible everywhere, just like everybody else who sells through the transaction of an e-commerce transaction. And with the creation, really in 2004, first with Facebook and then with other social media channels around the world, the ability for people to communicate digitally and to develop relationships and share photographs and connections and experiences online has just accelerated to the point where 1 out of every 4 people on the entire planet are connected through some kind of social media platform. It's extraordinary. So never before have we as a society been as connected because of the advance of technology and digital. And this is an empowering force for the direct selling industry, which has just accelerated since the advent of this pandemic of COVID-19. Because today, people are adopting more and more e-commerce as a way to buy things because of necessity, because stores were closed or people were nervous about going into another store. And they've realized there's an incredible convenience of being able to buy at home. And right now, the majority of the world has a smartphone. And as companies have been able to create a digital mobile buying experience, it has opened up a new industry. The phone itself has opened up new things that we refer to as the gig economy. If you have ride-sharing companies like Uber or in Asia, Didi, or other countries, it's because of the power of geolocation in a phone and the ability of connectivity and the low cost so that everybody has this. It has opened up new industries. And likewise, the phone today with the e-commerce is opening up direct selling to be the most modern form of commerce in the world. And if you take that along with the radical, dramatic increase in the use of social media, we have the ability for people to connect, share, and create community through a digital way. And in a world of pandemic and in a world shifting to that, these are accelerants for our industry. So I want to say for those of you that are looking and listening to this and saying, do I want to build a career for myself? Do I want to invest part of my life energy in building something is a business that I can personally own? Is direct selling a good platform for me to do that? And I would say emphatically yes. It's a platform that I personally chose and decided as a vehicle to positively impact the lives of millions of people through the company that I run, which is called Shaklee, but it applies universally to all the companies who are good companies with good products and good values and good culture in our industry. And the reason is that social connection and social selling and digital businesses are low capital requirement businesses, meaning instead of having to open up a store and pay rent and paying overhead and hiring a number of employees and then finding a product and paying for warehousing and distribution, the companies in the direct selling space do that for you. They create the products and invest in the research and the development. They handle the logistics. They create the IT platforms, the e-commerce and digital platforms for you. And what you have to do is basically leverage your time. It takes work to be successful, as in any endeavor of life, but it does not require a lot of investment. And I think that is what makes it an equal opportunity for so many people, because you don't have to be rich to start a direct selling business. Because the capital investments are done by the companies. You have to give your time, which is valuable, but doesn't cost money. And I think increasingly, not only can you provide a service, a product to people, and we have in our industry many different products, from health and wellness products to beauty products to home products to services, many different kinds of products. But, and not only do we provide that, and not only do we provide income to people at scale, there's now over 100 million people involved in some way in our direct selling industry. But most importantly, I think today is we also form community. I think people today are yearning to be connected to others and to be doing something where they feel that they are making a positive impact on the world. Now, of course, everybody has to provide for their family, so people need to earn an income at the same time. But I think direct selling companies have led the way in being purpose-driven, whether it's around sustainability or environmental impact. Direct selling companies are the leaders. I'm very proud that Shaklee was the first company in the world to be certified to offset our carbon emissions. And many of our peers in the industry are the first to do programs to help eradicate hunger in the scale of millions of people, or to do other social responsibility programs. And there's a tremendous amount of creativity in our industry, and many companies do an excellent job of that. And that allows all the participants in that company to feel like they are part of a movement to improve the state of the world. So I want to just address my comments to the millennials who are listening to the call. If you can have freedom and flexibility in the sense of You can work from anywhere because you can work in a digital way. You get to set your own hours so that you can design the work around your life instead of the opposite. And you can gather together with a community of people that you can help and together improve the world, whether it's from the product category or the sustainability story from it, or helping those that are less fortunate. Those three drivers, health, income, community, layered on top of purpose, makes it incredibly rewarding and satisfying. And those are the reasons why I am in this industry, because it's such a great vehicle to positively impact millions of people at scale. So I just want to thank you for expressing interest in our industry. And for those of you that are listening that are part of it, thank you for your years of dedication. And also, I'd like to send a very important message to the government of Ecuador, Latin America, and around the world, because we're here as an industry to serve. And as you look at the greatest needs for people to create prosperity and equity in your countries, it's to provide income opportunities for everyone. And this is a very scalable and, again, proven. I don't know of any other industry that has, for the last 100 years, provided consistent and meaningful income opportunities for as many people as the direct selling industry. And so I encourage all of us to work together as one unified group. Each of us have our own companies and everybody competes with each other, but really our purpose and our mission are the same. How do we empower and train people to be able to build something for themselves, to train people to be entrepreneurs? And people start as nano entrepreneurs, and then they become micro entrepreneurs. And then over time, they learn how to inspire and motivate others. And they become bigger entrepreneurs. And there's 100 years of history of that happening in our industry. And together, again, the more people we include into the economy, and the more people who have an opportunity to have flexible, part-time, but sustainable earnings, the better off we are as a society. And so I'm excited. This is a moment in time where the big trends around the world are fueling the next phase of the reinvention of our industry so that it is modern, hip, cool, and effective. And so the digitization of the world around e-commerce and social media, along with the community that you connect and the purpose that we create, makes it incredibly rewarding. So thank you very much for taking your time to listen to this amazing event. I want to thank our colleagues and friends in Ecuador for putting this on and for inviting me to be able to share a little bit of my passion for our industry with you today. Gracias.